Greetings and salutations. Welcome to Taste and Sense with D Boogie. I'm your host, Derek, aka D Boogie. And guess what we got today? We got a fragrance haul from our friends at Fragrancebuy CA of 4 fragrances plus a sample that they sent along of some fragrances that I've heard a lot about. And I wanted to see whether or not the hype was real or whether or not these, just don't live up to it. We're going to see. But I also have a special treat for you guys. I have a guest host today. This is my friend, Elizabeth Izzy Piel. She is an artist with the Smart Artist Kinston group, and she's going to be here, and I'm going to get her unsolicited opinion on these fragrances as well.
Hey y'all, happy to be here today.
So we're just gonna kind of jump right in. Well, actually, before I do that, I just kind of want to give Izzy a chance to know why I do what I do and what these fragrances are all about. So with these houses, we have houses from Armaf, Maison Alhambra, Latafa, Fragrance World, Paris Corner, Pandora Scents, just to name a few. And what they've done is they've taken some of the most high-end designer and niche fragrances and made them, they made a clone version of it. And some of them are really, really good. And some of them are really, really bad. And it just is what because some things you just cannot. Something, how people say you can't put a price on quality, and in some ways that is true because some ingredients that they use are far more expensive, like saffron. If any of these fragrances have real saffron in them, they have to be $300, $500. However, they're saffron alternatives that give you that same, that you really wouldn't know unless you were a master perfumer, you know what I mean, or somebody of that nature. But by the time it dries down, most of them smell, you can't tell the difference anyway. So an hour after putting on most of these fragrances and putting on the high-end fragrance, if you were to put them on and smell them side by side, you really can't tell the difference. Now, some you can, but the better ones, you can't. So in saying that, would you rather pay $400 for a fragrance just to say I'm wearing XYZ? Or would you rather spend $40 on a fragrance that smelled just like it, that got the same compliment factor that you enjoyed just as much, but it was made from House ABC?
Yeah, it does sound like you call them clones.
Yes.
It does sound like the clones actually last longer or could potentially last longer. So why not save money and then have the scent that's going to stay longer than spending $500 on a little bit of nothing?
Right.
And then you got this all day, whereas I don't know. To me, that just makes sense. I'm a very frugal person,
But,
so.
Right. I mean, it makes sense to me because, especially if you have something that you like. If you like the Baccarat Rouge, or if you like the Creed Aventus, and that's what you wear regularly, eventually your bottle's going to run out. And you're going to have to spend another $400 to replace that bottle, and then another $400 to replace that bottle, and then another $400 to replace that bottle. So if you like it that much, but you can find something that costs $35 to $50 for that, and you get the same performance, if not better, the same scent, the same everything about it, why would you not, go for that Whereas the only real downside to these clones, and a lot of them have improved, is that the first 30 seconds, that first minute is a little harsh with a lot of them. They have a very high alcohol, and you have to let the alcohol dry down to settle into the scent. But some of them don't even do that. Some of them jump right into it. So let's hope that these are going to do that. And since I got to do it, Afro leather, let's see what you are working with. Mm-hmm. 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 And once again, this is Afro leather by the house of Mason Alhambra, which is also Lattafa is a huge brand, and it has several houses under it. Mason Alhambra is one of its subsidiary houses.
I want to watch your show. I've heard about it. Was that? Did I say that right?
Lattafa.
Lattafa.
Yeah, Lattafa is a good, nice bottle. Nice bottle, nice heft.
Nice. Ooh.
Yeah, nice heft on that glass bottle. Top snug in place. Okay. Afro leather. Let's see what you are working with. Let's get it on a strip here. Atomizer's okay. It'll do the trick. Doesn't shoot that far, but it's a nice mist. Okay. I don't know. Okay, it's very, very spicy. I get a lot of, I'm smelling cardamom off gate, a lot of cardamom, spice, maybe some, I don't know if that's cinnamon or patchouli, maybe even some cumin in there. I'm not sure. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna come back to it. Okay, let's see what you.
This was the leather?
Yes, that's the Afro leather.
As a person who doesn't know all the
Yeah. No, that's what I want. I just want to know what you think. Is it spicy? What does it remind you of?
Like that fresh cedar, like fresh wood chippy smell.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it does kind of smell like
playground.
Yeah, it does smell like wood chips, kind of. Yeah.
But it's good. It's not like
a cedar closet.
Yeah, cedar.
Like a cedar closet. Yeah.
Like a cut up cedar.
But not the mothbally smelling way. It's not. It's not bad. Huh? Okay, Afro leather.
Okay, we're gonna put that with the lights.
So I'm gonna put that over there, and we'll come back to that after a little dry down. I'm gonna have to put that one on skin though.
I don't think Christy likes it. I think, but still a little bit. It's very wood chippy, very cedar closet. I like it, but I like the wood.
I can promise wearing that will not result in a happy ending.
She's like, you're not getting a date night.
So in other words, fellas, this one would not go under that panty dropper label. But not in my house anyway. Not in my house anyway. Okay, I'm definitely gonna have to come back to that one because I like I said, I'm not a fan of leather, and smelling like a car seat just does not really. But it is very spicy. I can understand the appeal to it. I definitely can understand the appeal to it because it is not a bad fragrance. It is just not one for me as of right now. But like I said, we'll come back in just a few minutes. All right. Let's see. On to number 2. We'll go to Odyssey, Mandarin Sky, which is supposed to be a clone of Jean-Paul Gaultier's Scandale. And the major notes in that one are orange blossom, caramel. So this is a sweet gourmand fragrance. Very unisex. Some people say it leans a little more feminine, but it's definitely one that he when they made it. But that's with all Jean-Paul Gaultier fragrances. He made them very metrosexual. Very, very. So
Ooh, I like that bottle.
you like this bottle?
It's really cool. Is that? I like it.
You like this bottle with the little thermos?
I know we already talked about
Yeah, the little
earlier how we feel
thermos
about
cap. It looks like a thermos.
Cute. I don't know. I like cute stuff.
But their whole line that they made are like this. They make another one that's yellow and black, another one that's different colors, but they all do smell like different things. One smells like Invictus, which I've got so many Invictus flankers. It's not even, I didn't need to add to that collection. But actually, the bottle feels really nice. It's got a nice little like leather, faux leather sleeve around it. The top is pretty snug in place. Nice collar. Okay. So let's see. Oh, that atomizer's kind of wobbly in there. Oh, wiggly, wiggly, wiggly. Oh, come on, Armoff. You got to do better than that. Let's see what it's working with, though. We have a winner. Oh, my goodness. Oh, orange blossom, caramel, tonka bean, vanilla. Yeah.
That's very sweet.
That's good. That's good. And from what I remember from the actual Scandal, that actually pretty much hit the nail on the head for that one. That one. Very good. But we'll come back to it. We'll come back to it. I definitely want to put that one on the skin.
I don't know, these all remind me of childhood. This one's like, what is that?
Okay, on skin, you definitely get that that blast of alcohol for that first 15 seconds, but it goes away almost immediately. It doesn't last long at all. That orange blossom and that caramel are definitely the star of this show, though. Very, very, very sweet, sticky fragrance. I can see this being more for the cooler months. This is definitely not one you want to wear for the summertime. Probably with that African leather too. And yeah, it's drying down and it's spicy. It smells like somebody dumped a whole bunch of spices in my grandmama's purse. Yeah, it's not for me. It's not for me. It's not bad. It's not a bad fragrance. It's just not for me. I would honestly still give it about a 7 out of a 10. About a 7 out of a 10 as far as the as far as the longevity, performance, but it's just not for me. But if you're a fan of spicy leather fragrances, then for $20, you might as well check that out. If you like spicy leather fragrances. If you like sweet candy, gourmand, yummy fragrances, you definitely might want to get your nose on this one. This is hard to find. It's always sold out, but Fragrancebuy CA should have some. What do you rank those two so far?
I definitely like this one more. I think that once this one settled on my little piece of paper, the leather, it does smell like very spicy, like you said, like
Yeah.
your grandma's pocketbook. Someone just dumped the kitchen cabinet in the pocket, and so now you've got all those spices, and then you have like her leather pocketbook.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm still getting playground.
Right, but it's
like
it's
cedar.
still like a cedar closet back there. It's still woody, but this you know.
Said, like, I do like I like them. It's so sweet.
It's still holding sweet on the paper.
Smell it on paper.
Nah, see, I got it on skin, so yeah, I've got it on skin. That's definitely one that is that's definitely nice. Mm-hmm. So now we'll go to the third of the four. This is Club de Nuit Intense Woman, and this is also by the House of Armaf. Club de Nuit Intense Man is a pretty decent clone of Creed Aventus, and I have that one. It's not the best clone of Creed Aventus, but it is actually one of the first clones that I purchased that kind of got me into the House of Armaf. I had heard so much about Creed Aventus, but just in general, that fragrance is not my style. So it's not that it's a bad fragrance. It's just, once again, not my style. So I've heard that the women's is a patchouli bomb, and patchouli is one of my favorite fragrances on this planet. One of my favorite things to smell. I know you told me that clove was.
Clove is my husband. I like lavender.
You like lavender.
I like lavender, but he loves to smell clove. I don't know. It's his sin, I guess.
So.
But on me, not on himself. He doesn't like to wear clove for himself. He just likes to smell it on me. But I don't like clove. I want to wear lavender.
You know, the one thing about lavender is, you know, like lavender scents are good. They just, because it's lavender, they usually don't they don't last. No, 4 or 5 hours, 3, 4 hours usually. You have to constantly refresh. That's the only real downside to fragrances, you know, such as lavender. So most of the ones that usually have lavender in them usually give you lily of the valley and a little something else to go with it, geranium or something to kind of push it forward to give it. But that lavender provides that sweetness that, you know, a lot of them, you know, so when you get a floral, it's not just flowery, you get a sweetness, not like a rose sweetness, but lavender has its own thing. So this is a pretty nice little presentation. It's black with the gold top, whereas the Club de Nuit Intense Man is just all black. It's got the little medallion on it with a little chain, you know.
Fancy.
Yeah. It's got the little Swarovski crystals in there. Capped snug, just like all the other ones. I don't expect anything less. See what the atomizer does. Good atomizer. Let's see what she's working with. Okay. So, jammy rose. Picking up a little bit of patchouli, rose and patchouli. Very floral. Might be a little too feminine for me. Might be. I can understand some people wear it because, you know, that amethyst and atomic rose are very popular by Initio, which is another higher end niche fragrance, and atomic rose by them is very popular. I can see this being in that same space.
I can smell the rose from here. I can't smell the patchouli.
The rose, yeah.
I can definitely smell the rose from here. Oh yeah. I'm not getting the patchouli though. It's not.
It's back there. I say it's masked by that rose, but that's why I say I want to see it on the dry down, because I think on the dry down it might come through. But if it stays rose forward like that, then matter of fact, while I'm here, let me look up the notes for that. See what that's supposed to actually be.
It smells like car air freshener.
It's very rosy. I like it.
I like it better than the first one.
Oh my God, that first one was rough.
I don't know. I like cedar. I don't think I'd wear cedar.
So yeah, I thought it smelled like a closet. So.
That's what I said. The wood chips in the background. Like, I don't want to offend these people.
Well, I
It's
mean,
like a playground.
Okay, so they say the notes in this are rose, saffron, geranium, nutmeg, pepper, violet, caraway, patchouli, oud, vanilla, and amber. I see the rose, but I don't really see.
The geranium.
I see more of that, and as I'm looking through, a lot of people say that it's rose heavy, and but I still want to see what it's going to do when it dries down before I actually make seems to lean more feminine. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Glade air freshener.
for the car.
Oh my God. Rose Gardens. Great.
Don't hate me. I look. Glade air freshener. This will not be going on skin.
We're back to grandma, I think.
Mm-hmm.
We're back to grandma.
Exactly.
Grandma's house.
It smells like a But look. But my godmother loves Delina. She loves rose fragrances. She's older, so I'm gonna gift it. I'm gonna gift it to her. She'll enjoy it. It's not a. It's definitely. It smells like a old church lady with strawberry candies and mints and butterscotch in her pocketbook.
Oh, strawberry candies was my favorite part about church.
Yeah, with the little squirty strawberry candies.
Yes, and when you get to the village.
Yeah. See, I didn't like those, but I'm team butterscotch all day. Team butterscotch all day. But yeah, no, okay, 5.5 out of 7. And as far as a floral scent goes, I will give this about a 6.5. It's just not. It's definitely more feminine for me. I couldn't pull that off. I'm 6'3", 230 pounds, and I could not pull. No, it just wouldn't be for me. Sorry. How about you? What do you?
Definitely, it does. That floralness. I mean, the rose. I don't think I could pull it off either. I like floral. Obviously, I like lavender, but that's just a little too feminine. I prefer. I'm a very feminine woman. Like I like something that's like.
Right, but it's like even when I think of feminine, I mean, I think of like a peony, vanilla, a jasmine, more of that type of. But that's more like, I expect You remember the church lady? Who told you to do that? Satan, maybe. I expect her to be wearing something like that. It's just not my cup of tea. Okay.
All
right. Don't disappoint me.
What's this one?
This is Milano Privé from the House of Pandora Scents. And this is a clone of Paco Rabanne's 1 Million Elixir. which is by all accords, supposedly a fantastic fragrance. Let's see what, we'll pull up the notes for 1 Million Elixir and see if this one keeps.
Right, 25 minutes.
Okay. All right. So according to this, the top notes are apple, Davana flower, damask rose, cedar, osmanthus, with the base notes being vanilla absolute, tonka bean, and patchouli. So this is described as vanillic, fruity, rose, sweety, woody, aromatic, green, powdery, balsamic, and floral scent. Yeah. So, but Paco Rabanne is used, even though they say it's, all those things, you'll probably pick up 3 main accords. And, so you'll know, you might pick up some of the florals in it, but usually with a vanillic scent, vanilla usually steals the show. So that's what actually drew me to this. Apple, vanilla, I'm there. I'm good. Fruity vanilla. That's usually my thing. Give me pear, vanilla, apple, vanilla, cinnamon, vanilla, anything that's like that. I'm usually there. The bottle itself is really nice. Nice quality. Got a little heft to it. This might not be as heavy as some of the other ones, but the bottle presentation, I think this would look prettier on the shelf than any of the other ones. And that's Milano Privé by Pandora Scents. Cap is definitely on there. Not going anywhere. Cheap plastic, but it's not going anywhere. And last but not least, the moment of truth. Pretty decent atomizer. Wide distribution. Got on my hand as well. Okay. I get that osmanthus, the apple. Very, very, very juicy apple too. It's a red apple. It's not like a tart green apple. It's a nice, sweet red apple. That's good.
That is very appley.
Ladies and gentlemen, this one. Yes. I will have to give it a full wearing before I actually say, give it a full, out of 10 rating. But this has the potential to be 10 out of 10 would buy again. I'm going to put this one on skin, not now, but right now. Mm-hmm.
It wasn't just one, that was 3. That's how good it is.
Yes, please. Yes. If you don't own Paco Rabanne 1 Million Elixir, or you have smelled it and just were curious, just didn't want to spend that $190 or 100 whatever dollars it is for it, and you still wanted to smell like it, well, for $35, go over to Pandora Scents, go over to fragrancebuy.ca and get you some from Pandora Scents. Milano Privé. See? People calling already. They want it. They want it. Somebody calling me already telling me, send me a bottle. Send me a bottle, Uncle Derek. Send me a bottle. But anywho, we're going to wrap this up. I want to thank Izzy for being here. And I want to see what you have to, what your final take on these are.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say I loved them all, but I did like a lot of them. There's some that I wouldn't wear, like in a million years, like the cedar, but the leather. But I did like the orange blossom. I like the rose. Okay, it gave you an older scent.
Right.
Like I don't think I could pull it off personally because I'm not there yet. I'm not the lady at church with the candies in my bag. Maybe one day. I did like the apple. I like that a lot. The vanilla and the apple. I don't know their names. I'm so sorry.
Oh yeah. She liked the Milano Privé, the clone of the 1 million elixir.
I like that one. I'm gonna say these two are my favorite. I'm gonna say this is my okay. These two neck and neck. This then that.
Yeah.
If I had to.
Yeah, I'd probably have to concur. I would definitely, this is numero uno. I will definitely be looking at, this is backup bottle worthy. This is one that I am glad that I did purchase and I'm going to have fun with. These two will be regifted by next week. Till next time, love, peace, and hair grease.